Game 1.
Uh-oh. I already fear for gunslinger.
Yoshi's interesting start. I mean, you could get killed extremely early, but in some cases, there are situations where the up airs don't work out the way you'd think because Peach is so floaty or whatever. But either way, though, like we could see kills at like, I don't know, like 40%, like just ridiculous percents if everything goes accordingly, right?
Yeah. Tillur probably likes this stage.
Oh, bad Naren.
He's been starting our sets with YS.
Yeah, I mean, if you give it to him. But either way, it's hard. Like Tillur's so good on so many stages, and Fox is very capable on so many stages. So I don't blame him. But that up air, closing it out right there. And the stage is so small that it's gonna make it easier for Tillur to get away with bad approaches, in my opinion. But also, it's gonna make it harder for Tillur to like straight up camp out Peach. But I don't feel like you're trying to straight up camp out Peach. I feel like you're just trying to stay directly outside of her threat range. When I would play Gun last year, I would just shield stop right outside of like flow cancel Nair or like the falling down fair range, and then I would just whiff punish. Cause she does. Oh, no tech.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Tillur, man, you gotta tech those, and Gunslinger closing out that stock. Yep, you see what I mean? Just stay directly outside of that range, because
especially range afforded, you won't get hit.
Especially if the Peach player doesn't mix things up super well, I feel like what ends up happening is that you get an even easier understanding of when you can whiff punish or when to anticipate what move.
Oh, that near beating Foxes.
Oh, Randall's saving him, bro.
With the 4 there.
Nice. One thing that is nice about playing against Tillur as Peach, though, is I don't feel like he exploits the platforms too much. Just in general, like that's one thing I feel like costs him when he plays Godly as of late. He's not exploiting the top platform. So, you know, all you have to deal with is just pretty good spacing and the whiff punishing, which is still, you know, really good in this matchup.
It's like I feel like I seldom see Tillerman taking the passive approach or even using strategies like going to the top flat. He's either aggressive or passive aggressive. That's kind of just him as a player, I think.
I think he like back in 2020, like when I first played him, he was more willing to like go to the top platform, but it became a crutch for him. So he eventually stopped. Yeah, you got to mix up the DI between drill and jab. Drill is a DI check. Yeah.
I kind of just SDI one way.
Yeah. SDIing also gets you out of it, but apparently some people don't do that nerd stuff, as they say.
Dang.
Shout out to Zaire. Alleged non-nerd. Tillur, man, also somebody who will claim that he is not a nerd in conversations, but I don't even believe that one for a second. I've definitely seen bro smash DI.
Yeah, I'm sure Zeus has SDI before.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is looking like a grab one.
Ooh, clean, yeah. And again, you gotta DI that. Yo, don't steal. Okay, fine. You know what? The Fox tradition is whenever you take a stock, you go off stage. Like when you take the game, you just go off stage and then you.
I can't lie. I hated that, bro. I would feel it, bro. Like they just had an extra stock and do that shit, bro. Actually,
you just style, bro. Like, what? It started with SS in 9B. I don't know if people even know about that, but whenever he'd win the game, he'd go off stage and like just Firefox or whatever or side B. Yeah, like while the game would slow down, because when the game ended in 9B, it would slow down. It wouldn't just freeze. But I started doing it in beta because it started. You know, they made it freeze, so you could get whatever pose you wanted at the end. Either way, though, nice tradition from Tillur, man, and also keeping in tradition with being a Fox player, beating Peach players. You know, all right, we see the Dreamland come out. Tillur doesn't want to play on flats. Makes sense.
Yeah. You'd like never see Tillur adapt the Gax playstyle, I think. Like if I were a Fox, I feel like that's why I jump to. Cause low-key I have fun doing that as Fox. Like just Gaxing it up and then approaching when I'm ready.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like that protects bait, because we all know Fox at low percent, not that great at combos. He really relies on grab at that point.
Yeah, and like Oh, that was clean. Yeah, that was clean. Like DI mix up and everything. But also, what was I gonna say? I feel like Fox's low percent punish is interesting because it's just like really terrible in the Ditto because Fox doesn't go positive enough to true combo at 0. So what you do is you just shine, and like the combo ends. Like you nair somebody, they shine, and then you just go back to neutral. It's such a scuffed Ditto at low percent.
I remember playing Bird and he did like, I was at like 10 and he did up throw up smash and I was like just in shock. I think it was the first time I've been hit by that.
Yeah, up throw up smash is kind of a classic as well. But either way though, back to the Fox Peach matchup on screen. Good bait from Tillur, man, right there to bait out that shield option auto smash though. But either way, going high. Yep. Oh my god, almost caught him there too.
The startup of the fair animation right there. He's kind of just been landing with the fairs. I feel like Gun has just had that trait in him for a while and kind of thinks he gets away with it because the hitbox is big, it's a scary move, but you can get punished.
Yeah. Like, especially because he kind of telegraphs it with the spacing. Like, you just know when he's going to land with fair. That's the thing. I feel like Peach kind of makes you think that, oh, this is the right option, quote unquote, in this situation. And that's where a lot of Peach players that aren't like really there, in my opinion, get stuck at. Even if you are good, like you will get stuck in that mentality occasionally. I remember one time I hadn't played Peach in a long while, and I played Zair last year. And then I was like, yo, bro, am I just in my own head? What am I doing wrong? It was like Peach MK, and I personally didn't think that matchup was that bad. And he was just like, you're just floating at the same like distances every time. I'm like, yeah, you know what? You're right. Like it's pretty conscious, but you know, Peach puts you in that mentality. But Gun has to work around that if he wants to win, right? He has to be willing to mix it up, even if it's not the best option in a given scenario.
I feel like when the opponent sees like a certain float height, they kind of know in their mind what move he wants to go for.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's short up float, it's either near or down air. If it's like the almost full up float, he wants fair. That's kind of what I think.
Yeah, a fair, like fair or back air, depending on which way he's facing. But yeah, like, and after that, like after I got out of my own head, I started doing way better. It's like, you know, especially if you either haven't played Peach in a long time or, ooh, nice fair. Yeah, that's just gonna be standard right there. What was I gonna say? Yeah, but just depending on those things, you know, you can get into that mentality as Peach. Good shot, shine grab from Tillur.
No double up here.
Yo, this year I feel like we put shine grab back in the Fox meta, or like last year, it disappeared for years because we were just like, the timing changed in one of the patches, and then it was just like, I don't want to do this shit, and now it's back. So you can't.
I remember seeing one of Tillur's early streams back when he was a Falcon main, probably in 2020. He was like practicing shine grab, and it was like, maybe there'll be a time he'll use it, but right now it wasn't the time. And then he just started kind of doing it.
Yeah.
That kind of progression over time, cool to see.
Yeah, no, Tillur is one of the players that's like I've seen his improvement in real time, and it's pretty cool to see. As much as I troll him, he's definitely probably my favorite newer player aside from JMI.
I see. Newer top player.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm biased toward everybody though. Like Godly's my son. Extra is also in that lineage. JMac, Flavien Jr. You know, like I'm biased, but you know, Tillur's definitely up there. Either way, though, as we were having a nice little conversation, these players are playing a very even game, fighting for their lives, right?
Looking for that one hit they need.
Oh yeah, and that dash stack and a shield, it could be it. But Dreamland, this is why you counterpick this. This is why you counterpick this.
I knew he was dropping through that platform with forward. I just knew it.
Let's go, that conversion. Hey man, no bias, but just seeing like a conversion you see in your head, but you're like, okay, there's no way he hit confirms this.
No way it happens. And
because it was like he barely got the edge